Sugar's first ever outing. Now, I thought I would just leave this very raw and leave all of the clips in that were filmed. They cut and change from time to time because my boyfriend who was filming, I also wanted him taking photos, but these are all the clips I got of Miss Sugar. So, by the time of this ride, she has been under saddle for 4 weeks, and she's just such a good girl. This is her first time being off property. Obviously, we bought her from her breeders. When I say we, I mean me. I bought her from her breeders. She came straight to my house and has not left since. So this is her first outing. I did walk her around the arena first, and then just in hand, and then hopped on her and just started going, and she was great. But that wasn't filmed because Sam was taking photos for me. But look how well she is going. She is just a really, really lovely, quiet mare, and she's just been a pleasure to break in. So, I'll talk you through this. Here, I asked for a canter. Obviously, as you saw, it was a little spook into canter. I just brought her back and reassured her, then got her balance back and asked for canter again, and that's when we get a much nicer, more relaxed transition. I find the biggest thing with the young horses is to never react when they do something like that. Like if they spook, you know, make sure that you stay calm too. Just go with them and just don't react. Like just act like nothing ever happened. Just reassure them and keep going. That's what I normally do. Like she has a spook and I don't get cranky. I don't, you know, tell her to get up or anything like that. I just ignore it. I push her forward and then I reward her when she does what I asked her to do. So, here we're on the other canter lead. We actually got a little flying change there, accidentally, just unbalanced. She just changed. So I brought her back immediately, put her on the right leg. Again, I don't react. I don't tell her she's bad. I don't, you know, jerk her around or get cranky at her. I just bring her back and ask her again for what I wanted and put her on the correct lead. At least we know she'll probably be quite easy to teach changes to, because that's not the first time she's done that, and every time she has changed, they have been clean. So it's nice to know. But yeah, she was a bit nervous at the short end of the arena where the mirrors are, but she did really well and really fed off my energy and my confidence, which is a big thing obviously for young horses. They really feed off your energy and your confidence. So you can see times where she puts her head up a bit, tries to argue with the connection, and I just keep my hand still and push her forward with my leg, and then she goes back into the connection. This is her first time in an arena too. Obviously, I don't have an arena at my place, so we just have been doing everything in the paddock. So we haven't had walls, we haven't had, you know, proper corners or anything like that. So it's all very, very new for her, but she just handled herself so, so well. Here we come back to trot. Her trot is definitely the most established part of her at the moment, which is to be as expected. Her walk is also very established, but I didn't get any video of us walking. But like all young horses, the canter is the most unbalanced and greenest part, but she has been coming along really, really well. And for this to be her first outing and to behave the way she did and just carry on the way she carries on at home, the only thing that was different, she tried to pop into canter there and I just brought her back before she even was able to properly strike off there. But the only thing that was not as good out as it is at home is her transitions to canter. Normally every transition is very smooth and very, you know, she doesn't put her head up at all, but just this time she was just, I think, a little bit distracted being out, so she just would put her head up from time to time into our canter transitions. But she always came back, and when I asked her to do it again, she'd do it beautifully. So as you can see, she's relaxing more now. She's getting a bit softer in that frame and lowering her head a little bit more. Just wanted Sam to get some nice clips of me going down the long side. That's what these two are, and just where he could come a bit closer to her. And then here we have a really nice little canter transition. I just really used the circle to balance her and put her in that outside rein. And then we have a nice canter down the long side here. Still trying to find that balance in the canter, but she is coming along really nicely with it. Nice bit of a length, showing a little bit of lengthen. Obviously it's not a proper lengthen or anything like that, but just asking a little bit more of her in the trot. Again here, a bit more of a medium trot into a canter again. Yet again, using that circle to help balance her and put her in that outside rein. Yeah. She's still a little bit funny with that head, but she has only been under saddle for 4 weeks, and she was nice and soft there at the end, as you can see, really soft in the frame here. A little head shake, and then ask for a little bit more of a stretch there, and she really sunk down into that frame there, as you can see. We get a little bit of a head toss again. I brought her back straight away, and then we got a nicer one. If they do that, which is not something she normally does, but when they do that, I immediately bring them back and set them up for another one until they get a nice clean one, just so they know, instead of, you know, jerking her around, pulling her head down or anything like that. I just gently ask her to come back and then try again. And then this is the last thing we did, a really nice little unasked for lengthen into a beautiful canter transition, and that's why I ended the ride. She gave me exactly what she wanted. She fell out of canter there, that's all right. Brought her back, asked again, gave me another really nice transition and a nice canter down that long side. So I was happy with that. What more could you ask for a breaker that has been under saddle for less than 4 weeks in this video? She was an absolute gem. Good girl, Sugar.